he almost curses Israel. In the days when Israel camps across the desert and surrounding nations tremble, a foreign king seeks a prophet to reverse the rising destiny of that people. You are about to witness how God warns and redirects a man and a nation. Balaam is a renowned seer from beyond the Jordan, who hears omens and speaks for kings. He is drawn by honor and the promise of reward, yet he stands between human demand and divine will. King Balak rules Moab and sees Israel as an unstoppable threat. He believes words of a prophet can change fate. Driven by fear and strategy, he summons Balaam to pronounce a curse. When the scene opens, Balak sends princes with rich presents to Balaam, asking him to curse Israel. The messengers arrive with urgency. Balak believes a prophetic word can change battle lines, so he offers honor and reward. In that very moment, as the messengers wait, God speaks to Balaam at night and instructs him not to go with them. God clarifies that prophetic power belongs to God alone, and a man must obey divine command, not human pressure. As dawn breaks, Balaam refuses and sends the messengers back. But Balak is not satisfied. He sends more numerous and nobler officials, insisting that Balaam come and curse Israel, believing a curse will give him victory. Days pass, and then God permits Balaam to go, but with a strict condition: Balaam must speak only what God tells him. This underlines that prophecy is not a commodity. God retains control even when a seer travels under royal commission. As the caravan moves toward Moab, a sharp moment unfolds. The donkey sees an angel standing in the road with sword drawn, a divine warning visible only to the animal. The donkey shies and refuses to proceed on the narrow path. When the donkey refuses, Balaam lashes out in anger and beats her to make her move. He does not yet perceive the spiritual reality at work. His frustration grows because the animal's stubbornness threatens his mission and the king's expectations. In that stunned instant, the Lord opens the donkey's mouth and it speaks. The animal asks Balaam why he beats her. The scene is humiliating and surreal, and it forces Balaam to confront a reality beyond his control. As the dust settles, God opens Balaam's eyes, and he sees the angel who has blocked the way. The prophet trembles. The angel explains that he stood to oppose him because his path was reckless. Balaam recognizes that spiritual reality outruns human plans. In that solemn moment, the angel rebukes Balaam for his arrogance and explains that the donkey saved his life. The angel warns that Balaam must go only if he speaks the word God gives. The scene is a divine warning about obedience and humility. When Balaam finally reaches Moab, Balak greets him with grandeur and leads him to high places overlooking Israel. There Balak expects curses. Balaam prepares by offering sacrifices on altars, seeking revelation and reminding us that prophecy often comes after prayer and ritual. As the assembly waits, Balaam declares a blessing instead of a curse. He speaks words of protection and growth for Israel, naming their uniqueness and God's favor. Balak recalls, "For words from God cannot be coerced into a king's scheme." Balak demands more curses, furious that his plan fails. In that charged atmosphere, Balaam insists he will speak only what God reveals. The prophet's loyalty shifts from reward to obedience. The meaning is clear: Divine speech cannot be bent by political will. Days pass, and Balaam offers a second oracle that again affirms Israel's destiny. He speaks in poetic images of mountains, stars, and rising power. The people are under divine favor. The warning becomes praise in prophetic language. When the third oracle comes, Balaam speaks of a ruler rising from Israel, of enemies routed, and of harvest and blessing. His words are not curses, but revelations of destiny. Balak grows more distraught as each oracle confirms what God intends. As night falls, Balak pleads one final time. He takes Balaam down from the heights and offers ever greater inducements. But the prophet remains bound by the divine warning and by his own conscience. The political plan fails against spiritual command. In the end, Balaam composes a long prophetic song that maps Israel's destiny for generations. Blessings, sovereign selection, and triumph over foes. The oracle refuses to be shaped by a king's fear. It reveals that God's plans for his people are decisive and enduring. When the oracles end, Balak departs in anger and shame. He realizes words cannot bend God's purpose. Balaam leaves with the spoil, but with a changed posture. The narrative closes on the truth that divine warning preserved Israel and humbled a king. When the story ends, the lesson is clear. God's warning preserves his purposes and will not be bought. Numbers teaches that true prophecy submits to God, not to kings. If this story moved you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you do not miss the next one.